What's up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, my name is Aiden, and I'm a weather enthusiast, and today we're going to be talking about the weather that's going on, or what's supposed to go on today. And starting off with today, and we're going to talk about later on into the next couple of days, too. But today, we have a 4 out of 5 moderate risk for severe weather for Paris, Texas, for parts of northern Texas and southeast Oklahoma. And then we have this enhanced risk for parts of Oklahoma City, McKinney, and Mount Pleasant and Fort Smith. And then we'll have our slight risk going from Monroe, stretching up into Wichita, and then going back down to Dallas and Fort Worth. And then we have this marginal risk from Texas all the way up until into the parts of Omaha, Nebraska. So that's what's going on. Looking at our tornado risk, we have a very much elevated tornado risk for parts of Mount Pleasant and Oklahoma City, and then we also have this Sig 1 intensity with this 5% tornado risk where Dallas and Fort Worth is, and then we have this 2%. So anywhere, honestly, in this 2% area, we could see any tornado warnings. Make sure we will be live today. Make sure you tune into that. And then the wind is also going to be a threat with this 30% wind, which is also insane, stretching from Texas, Paris, and then all that, and then into Oklahoma. And then we have this 15% risk, wind risk. And then the big risk for today is hail. So we have a SIG 2, 45% hail risk. We're probably talking about, hold on, we're talking about 2 to 4+ inches of sizes of hail, which is honestly insane. Then we also have this 30% back in McKinney, and then honestly from anywhere in Dallas, because we're probably gonna see some hailstorms in Dallas hailstorm, and this is very populated, so make sure you don't hide under an overpass. The overpasses are very illegal to hide under or to park under. And then going into our day 2, which is tomorrow. This is for parts. This is more north. So parts of Kansas City, Wichita, they're all in this risk, and then we have a slight risk stretching here in Oklahoma up into like Jefferson City near that. The tornado risk for tomorrow is also more elevated also, so we could also see a tornado outbreak tomorrow. And we also have that 5%, and then we have a 2%, which honestly we could see any tornadoes in that area. We also have this wind, 30% wind risk, and we have that 15% wind. And also, hail is also going to be a big threat tomorrow. With parts of Norman, Oklahoma, and all that areas are also in a threat. And then looking at our day 3, this is for parts of Illinois. This is Monday, which is honestly looking like an insane day. For parts of Memphis, this could also be Illinois, Bloomington, and honestly, we could see a moderate risk be upgraded. It's like here. So, and then we also have another small risk for severe weather on Tuesday. Uh, Out in the southern plains, we don't have anything going on for the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the timing of this severe weather. Uh, Starting out what's going on today. So, okay, so around 6 p.m. we'll have initiation and 7, and then it will just turn into like a big line of discrete cells with also large sizes of hail. But we'll have a lot of discrete cells out there. And then we could also see a risk for also up north too. We can also see a more earlier risk around 4 and 8, and then it'll just go on until honestly we could be live from 7 to 2 a.m. to even 4 to 6. And then, oh yeah, we could also be until 8. We could be live for very long. And going into Sunday, we have initiation. We'll have initiation around. Well, actually, for Sunday we'll have it around 9, and then it'll be more earlier, and we could have it until honestly till 12 a.m. So we have a also big risk. If we're gonna step out and look at the national region, and you'll actually see it. So here's what we had today, and then we'll have tomorrow. So, because our low pressure system for tomorrow is back here, right here, and then our low pressure system is for today is about. This is our dry line. We're gonna have a dry line, and you'll actually see if these cells get fired up past the dry line, then it could pose a really nice threat. Now going into our cape, we're gonna have a lot of that today. Around 7, you get areas up into the 5,000s, and it says tornado. I did actually catch a PDS one sounding, a PDS sounding for I think I did, but I'll have to show y'all in a little bit. But we'll have about 5,000 cape in the atmosphere. Honestly, they could actually up in that risk. And then tomorrow we'll have an earlier setup around like 5, which will have like a major cape. Also, we could also see storms fire up by 4 tomorrow. We'll be live today and tomorrow. Going into our significant tornado parameters. They start off around 5, but it will quickly like bump up into the 6s and the. So we could have, and there it is, PDS tornado right there. So it says PDS tornado. It says right there, which is honestly kind of insane. But and then we'll go in throughout the night, and then tomorrow we'll have more widespread. It looks like, and it also looks like we'll have up into the 6s, which will if we have any other discrete supercells across that dry line. Yeah, and then tomorrow I don't know why it says none, but that if we have anything, we also have a dry line. If any of these cells get organized off past the our dry line, uh, it could be insane. So going into our next couple of days, this is we're gonna talk about it. So then going into tomorrow, Monday, on Monday we could actually have an earlier risk around 4 and 1 p.m. And on Tuesday there's our Southern Plains risk right here, which is could also pose a threat back here. And then going into Wednesday, we're just gonna stay quiet, and then going into Friday, it's gonna stay quiet. And also, honestly, Monday and Tuesday are like gonna be the biggest days. We could also see a severe like storms on Monday, which is not gonna pose too much of a threat. But then we could also see another risk coming back in 2 weeks from now on Thursday, and so yeah, everything is looking to stay quiet after Tuesday. Things should go down to being quiet again, which is honestly great to hear. We shouldn't see anything pop up. If we do, we will uh, we will go live and we'll talk about it. We'll post a video. Now I do want to talk about these dew points. And I'm gonna go to the H triple R again, and I want to talk about the dew points. And I want to see. Honestly, this looks insane. I know y'all see this. That looks insane for Sunday. But for Saturday, we honestly have a nice area of moisture, just very nice area of moisture out here. So that's gonna and then here's our dry line for Sunday. And any storms that get past that dry line, they could produce severe thunderstorm warnings and go tornadic. So, guys, I think that's all I have to offer or that's all I have to say for today. Stay weather aware. Honestly, just stay weather aware and make sure you subscribe to watch our live stream for any updates, or check us out on our socials as you see right down below me. You can go check us out there. I'll be posting probably I'll be going live. I'll be posting my live stream on there, and that's all I have to say today. So make sure you stay weather aware and peace out.